Hey guys, welcome back to the Lovin Dubai show. Can you believe it's Friday and the weather is beautiful? We had wedding bells on the show, we had baby bells, and we spoke about how Dubai could introduce flexible work hours.
And so if you are not subscribed to the Lovin Dubai show podcast, subscribe wherever you get your podcasts from, and don't forget, as always, to enjoy the show. Welcome back to the Lovin Dubai show. Today our guests are the cast members of Specter, the Blackout show that is, by the way, filled with mystery, thrill, and excitement. Joining us, the cast members, we have a lot of questions that we're going to be talking about season 1 and possibly season 2. Hi guys, welcome.
Hi.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having us.
We're so excited to ask you a lot of questions. We are sure that everyone around has a lot of questions, just like I do.
Yeah.
So we've seen the trailer, we've seen the show, and it's filled with, as I said, thrill, mystery, and I would say a lot of scary, spooky stuff.
Yeah.
So my first question is, what is the premise and genre of the series?
It's actually a thriller series. Okay. Basically, it's about a few people going into an escape room. They are actually auditioned for a casting call, and where they find out that everything is like, they really don't know whether it's really happening to them or is it a game. So that's the whole thing about Specter Blackout in season 1.
Well, speaking of the fact that, the cast actually in the series, they go to a casting call. So how do you think the concept of a casting call within an escape room sets the tone in the overall premise of the series?
Come again, I didn't get you.
Oh yeah. So how do you think the concept of the casting call within, the escape room sets the tone of the overall series?
I mean, see, the idea for doing a casting call is because all of the people in the movie, they all need money. So they have nowhere to go, and it's like do or die situation. So that's how they get a call, and they apply for it, and they get called to a casting call where we have like different rooms and different puzzles where they sort it out. So that's the whole idea about it. And the idea which actually goes to the second zone, which is the real story, which is starting, which of course we don't want to tell you right now, because the real story, it's just begin in season 2. Season 1 is just, it's like giving you, appetizer.
Yeah. Speaking of like real story, we often hear like directors on other horror movies say things like, oh yeah, we encountered this actual horror, situation that happened with us. Did any horror situation happen with you guys while shooting the movie?
I guess, Joe, you can answer that.
Can you?
So, a real horror situation, honestly, was the expressions that we had. And let me tell you that those were real. Each surprise, each new thing that happened behind the door that we didn't know about, because each of the cast members, none of us actually knew what's going to happen. So, Zenofer, as a director, kept it really, really surprising, even for us. So when let's say if there's a door opening, and we're crossing that, and we're like, oh, what's that? So that was real. I won't say a paranormal thing happened in our real life, which I would connect to this, but no, there on the set, it was quite horror.
So you guys did not know what was the next, I would say, horror thing?
So that how I would want to put it up is, see, I believe in real reactions. Okay, that is more better than something where you, of course, we did go on, we had some training sessions and everything, but they didn't know exactly how the room would look, because if I would have shown it to them, I don't think so they would have performed what they have really performed so good about it. So that's the reason I kept it like a surprise. So whenever like they saw some puzzle, I'm like, oh, this is how it is, that kind of situation which everybody faced, and I think we did really good, I'm believing.
Wow, I mean, honestly, this is very nice, because usually, when you would think that actors do know what's going to be coming next, right?
Yeah.
So to get like the actual reaction out of the actors, which I would say is very genuine to the
If you
audience.
see the big actors, how they do their situation is they are like, if they're given a character, they start practicing that character for nearly weeks or even months, so that they are that character. So we didn't do that, because I took a different, see, every director has a different way or different essence to put it up to their work. So I took up this essence, like, okay, let them not be in the character, let them have that surprise, because escape room is about surprises. I don't know whether you've gone to an escape room. So when you go to an escape room, it's about surprises. Like, you don't know where the puzzles are coming up. You need to sort out the puzzles. You don't know who's going to come next to you or in front of you. So it was like, it's something different. And I guess my team really loved that.
Yes.
We enjoyed it.
Yeah. I can imagine, honestly, I would be scared. I would fear my life. But of course, speaking like you're a director yourself, this is a very, I would say, unique approach. So what are some of the horror movie directors that you would love to collaborate with?
Sorry, before you answer, can you just keep the mic? Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Yes. Do I repeat my question?
No, wait.
Oh, okay.
You can repeat.
All right, yeah.
I forgot the guy's name,
All right.
actually.
Well, you can just
He is
mention the movie.
Okay,
yeah.
and okay, fine, I'll let.
Yeah. So, of course, because your approach as a director is very unique. Honestly, it's very rare to find directors that are actually really invested in, I would say, having their movie or their actors, I would say, have the movie be as genuine and as native as possible. And your approach is very beautiful.
Yes.
So, if you can give me a director that you would love to collaborate with, a horror movie director.
Okay, so I watch a lot of horror movies, which is not only English or Bollywood, which actually I feel the amazing horror movies which are done is Indonesian ones. Okay, because I don't remember the director's name. I'm sorry about that. But his direction, and I think the name of the movie is like, I would not say that there is a content, but the way it's put it up, the camera angles and the place, the art direction, everything is amazing about it. And it's called something like The Doll or something, which is on Netflix. If you watch it, see, a movie is about not just sitting and watching. The movie is about the viewers getting into that situation and feel how it is. His color grading, the way he's done it, I would love to work with him one time. But of course, he is in Indonesia. It's in Indonesian. Even Thai movies are very good. They are also very. You can really feel it. You really get scared. So those kind of movies, directors, I would love to work with, because it's scary.
100%, I do agree with you. But speaking of visual art, of course, influencers get free stuff. People who are famous get free stuff. So did you take any props from the set?
Okay, now the prop in the escape room was something called Blackout. It's there in Dubai. And in addition to that, me as a director, we added a lot of props. Like if you see on the dining table, we just had only the dining table. But the food, the worms and everything what we did, it was our team, the art directors and, the makeup artist and everything. Because getting an art director in Dubai is very expensive. Okay, because that is, I think most of the people should understand that, and what I have learned throughout my studies, the art directors are very expensive because they do the entire rooms, how the setup is. If you see the setup which is done scary, that's what you're going to get scared. But if you're just gonna shout or scream or with the music, of course everything blends together, but the art direction is very important.
Well, I do agree with you 100%. All right, well, how does it feel like as a director to get a 9.6 rating on IMDb? Because, it's not easy, right? And a lot of like the best movies with the best directors and the best actors, they don't get such a rating. So.
I mean, to be very honest, we've been working on this for nearly like 1 year, okay? But the story which I was building up was from COVID, okay? But that's when we stopped because there was no shoots and people were dying. But still, I just want to make this happen. And I feel really proud and amazing. To your question now for the IMDb rating, I'm very happy because this is my first series which is going on Z5 platform and OTT platform and working on other OTT platforms as well. So I'm quite happy. And the most amazing part is there are a lot of reviewers who've been comparing my story with Squid Game and Saw Room, which I believe that it's really amazing because they have compared my movie. When you compare my movie with these kind of big movies, it's just a wow. And I'm very happy they gave me these kind of ratings. I'm very happy about it. What about you guys?
That for sure must be a privilege, I mean.
It is a privilege.
Yes.
It is a privilege.
Yes, for sure, having your movie or your series, compared to Squid Game.
Yeah.
That is
it is,
wow
yeah.
moment for
It is actually a matter of pride for me because at first they said, because it was written, it's a mixture of a Saw and Squid. Okay, fine. So they have compared, because always take the good part. Leave the negative behind, because the negative, I would tell all the filmmakers, the budding filmmakers, don't stop. Just keep going, because there is going to be a lot of obstacles in front. That's not going to stop you. That's going to make you better, rather.
That's true.
So I'm quite happy in IMDb. We have she's telling me the rating. I don't know much. So it's good. Yeah.
Well, now let's get back to the series. So were there any stunts undertaken in the series that will leave the audience in shock?
Okay, there were some stunts between me and this gentleman who's sitting behind. Okay, so his name is Daniel, and he is a trainer, and he's an actor now as well. So basically, what happened was the stunts. This was the first time I'm doing a stunt, and it was very difficult for me because you can get hurt. You can really get hurt. Where few times I've had a lot of joint pains and everything where I got hurt in the wrong place, and it was like really bad behind my head and lower back and everything. I would be, but Daniel was so nice because to get the force to hit him, I have to push him with force, which he really took it up in his chest. He did really take it, but what he did, the least expected, he pushed me so badly. That's where I got really hurt. So there was a scene where he pushes me.
Oh, God.
And literally, you don't know. It can be very easy while spoken in words.
Yeah.
But while done in action, it's really, it was really scary. And the guy, we had some... some stunt action people with us who taught us, and they did a real amazing job, and they helped us out. We practiced this like quite some time, and of course, Daniel, can you explain? Because Daniel had a fight with one more gamer. His name is Edgar. His real name is Eddie. He's not in here today, but he's at work. So he and him, they had a fight, and I guess you got hurt, right? Would you like to say that?
Yeah, I hurt my lips. They were swollen, and both me and Edgar is a boxer since before. So it can be a little bit rough.
And when we saw his lips was very swollen, I'm like, what the hell is that? It's like, no, I got hurt. And I think both of them. I mean, it was like, because it was not an acting fight. It was a real fight. Because otherwise you won't get it. You really won't get that feel of it. Yeah.
It's amazing because your actors don't know what's gonna happen next, and everything in the series is actually real. So their actions are real, and some of the, I'd say, things that are happening are real.
Yeah, the thing is, the fight, you need to practice it, okay? Because there are some scenes, there are some sessions which we have to go through, so that our body, because I was also gymming just to get the whole thing out of it. But when you hit a person, when you're practicing it, and at the time of the real fight, anything can go wrong. Because it's how I put it. You train, you learn for your exams. But when you go sit in an exam, what do you get? Different questions.
That's true.
So you will have to actually mold yourself into all these circumstances what you're going to face.
That is true.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of that, were there any unexpected twists in the storyline that caught you off guard?
Yes, that's when I think Priya will tell what happened. I think everybody got. You can tell that I shouted. It's fine. You can tell her, and the rest I'll catch it up. You can,
So let me put it this way: that she's a perfectionist, and when you need perfection from others, you tend to have the shouting, scolding, and it's like because she wants that perfect shot from all of us, and as she correctly mentioned that we were not aware that what we are going to face. Everything was unexpected. So if you see our reactions, our expressions, they're so natural. Like you will feel that, oh, she's scared. She's genuinely scared. So everything was going in a different way. We didn't know that the art director or what props they are going to give us. So playing with those props and trying to get everything aligned. And not to forget that this is a group of 8 people. It's not a small, it's not 1 or 2 that 1-to-1 we can adjust, we can do too many takes and get it there. But they were 8 people all the time. It is so difficult to have that chemistry and to understand each other. Like, oh, what he's going to do? Oh, that's where it's going there.
So that's the question. The answer to your question right now. There was a scene where we had to chuck it out because I didn't like it and it was not really gelling well, and I put a halt to the whole set. I told them I need time, and I took a week time, and I just did the whole scene later. So that was something because I think at that time I literally shouted where my whole team was looking at me whether I'm like gone crazy or something because and the co-director, she's also a director. She's my daughter Afra. So she was also stunned because she didn't know. Sometimes you can go blank because we are also humans. We are not experts. Yeah. Everybody is. You can't call them as expert. You can make a mistake. So, but you should learn through that is a different story because, and then I just sat over. We took a month off, 3-4 weeks off, and then I brought the whole scenario. And you won't believe it. That is the best scene in the whole series.
Yeah, of course. Sometimes
so
maybe.
Before, I was very upset. It's like, oh my God, I performed so well, and that scene is not going to be there. And